Oh my God. Damn, Shannon. Putting all that cream in your wheat. ESPN like, nah, bro. You ain't coming back next week. God. Yo, welcome back to the JefeTalk podcast reaction channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Breaking news, yo. Shannon Sharpe just got fired. Not stepped down. Not, hey guys, Uncle's taking a break. They fired his ass. Like, got him out of here. Yo, if y'all didn't know, after a $50 million lawsuit tied to the sexual allegations, not allegedly anymore, ESPN said, pack it up, yo. We good. And I'm not going to front. I definitely saw this coming. I definitely saw this coming because in today's day and age, it's all about your brand. It's about who you're affiliated with, who you're associated with. And I'm sorry, yo, this was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. But here's what they're not saying, right? They knew about this months ago. Months ago. I think he stepped down or took a break right around April timeframe, right? Right around the April timeframe. But ESPN knew about all of this. So he kept showing up to First Take like nothing was going on. And it's like now they want to act brand new. You know what I'm saying? And I think, again, you know, he ate a little bit too much. Ate a little bit too much, more than he could chew. Too much saltine in his in his oatmeal, man. Like, you got to figure it out, man. At the end of the day, these type of relationships does not mix well on public broadcasting networks. The allegations, honestly, is what did it. It's not so much that he had a relationship, whatever you want to call it, with Shorty. It was the wild work that she was claiming that was going on, and then the recording. Like, I was just telling my mans, like, we was talking, and I was like, yo, when you up that many M's, you got to have an NDA in place, a non-disclosure, you know what I'm saying, consent, all of that laid out. You can't play ball like you still in high school and college and all that, just, you know, picking and choosing as you please because you got the bread. It don't work like that, man. Like, there are predators out there, and I'm not putting aside any real allegations that's going on. But when you look at the paperwork, look at the lawsuit, and they settle, I think she got like 21 M's. Then after she got the bag, ESPN like, yeah, you got your bag and you need to pack your bags. Like, yo, this is wild work. This is wild work. Shannon, I mean, at the end of the day, I think he just got too big. Pause. I think he got too big. I think it really got to the point where when you start getting that much leverage of independence and doing your own thing, right? Remember, he got Club Shay Shay took off. It took off like a rocket ship. The interviews, the breaking interviews he did, especially with Cat Williams, just to name a few other people that kind of really catapulted his whole network, his system. He was getting that outside money. So it's like, you got to figure out on a business standpoint, if I'm bringing so much revenue to this organization or this entity, and now I'm showing you I can make just as much or maybe more, you don't have that much control on what I say and what I do. You get what I'm saying? But you got to understand, his brand equity was established off of ESPN. Of course, NFL, but ESPN is where he was able to drive and really get his name out there and establish his character and who he is when it come down to this interview style he's doing, the podcasting and all of that. It really took off after the Steve Harvey, Cat Williams, Deion Sanders, of course. And he's like, yo, I'm good. I don't need y'all ESPN check no more. I don't need your ESPN talk anymore. Now, let's talk the facts, though. Stephen A. Smith is still there, right? I think Pat still over there? I'm not sure. I got to look that up. But You fire the black voice that brought culture to First Take at the end of the day. That is crazy. I don't care what he did in his off time. You got to understand that whole segment, he was driving culture there, right? Whether you are in alignment with his lifestyle or not. He's a black man with a voice at the end of the day. So I don't think it's so much about morality, to be honest, right? I know we could joke about it and stuff, but it's really about control, in my opinion. It's really about control at the end of the day, right? So if y'all agree with that, I want y'all to drop a fire emoji in a chat or something. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Show some love. But honestly, I think Shannon Sharpe will definitely bounce back, probably 10 times harder. You know, all he got to do is just chill, get them disclosures in place, still live his life, right? Nobody's telling you not to live your life, but you got to move like a multi-million-dollar business, right? I really want y'all thoughts. I want y'all to drop below. Was ESPN right, or did they just throw Shannon under the bus, right? I mean, you can look at it different ways, but at the end of the day, once Becky got that check, ESPN like, who's next? you gotta really put things like that in perspective, right? Now this joint, oh my gosh, like, yo, I don't know what's going on in sports today, but it's all dropped like a bombshell, just back-to-back information. So Gilbert Arenas has been in the limelight just for decades when it comes down to controversy. He's a very outspoken individual. He pushes the grain. He does things. He's a jokester. Shout out to Netflix on that great documentary. Crazy story, but at the end of the day, Agent Zero. Everybody known him as Agent Zero. I mean, he is a very talented brother when it comes down to the game of basketball. But unfortunately, he just got hit with a federal indictment. Not local police, not a pow, don't do it again, a federal indictment. And we're really talking serious allegations. Of course, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But as we can see lately, when it comes down to news in the federal arena, they don't play them games. There has to be some serious allegations. From what I'm finding out, all this is new, still coming out. Some more information will come out. Is that at the end of the day, he was running, I think it was $100K a hand poker ring out of his own mansion. I'm all like, yo, do your thing. But when you start getting into them 6-figure hands, you know what I'm saying? I remember me and my boys, we used to pull up, I don't know if any of y'all play poker, but they got apps online where you could kind of FaceTime online. And we was doing $5 a hand. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm going to the casino, we step it up. But my man was doing 6 figures a hand out of a mansion. And then on top of that, they saying his ties to the Israel crime syndicate. Like he had a whole mafia organization at the crib, using the restroom, eating Doritos and playing poker. And it's like, what baffles me at the end of the day, I don't hold back, right? I'm all about empowering our people, minorities, white, black, whatever. But once you start making a certain type of money, you gotta move smart, yo. Like, what movie are we in? Like, what are we, like, I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone sometime, man. Like, you know how bold you gotta be to run an international crime level poker game? It's crazy. In the same city that you live in. It's not like he was in Dubai or he went to Russia. Like, yo, let me be low key with it. My man was in his city, right? And that wasn't no Uno night. This was an Ocean 11 type style with hoopers and some crime bosses at the end of the day, allegedly. Right. And it wasn't just friendly games. He had armed security surveillance from what I'm reading in a report. High stakes debt, of course. And it was organized crime energy, and I really hope all of this is not true. But, once them files are released and unsealed, it's like, it is what it is. This is a case that they was building, right? I'm pretty sure he didn't just do this on a weekend, but you got to be real stupid to really think you get away with stuff like this, especially if you having a winning night. I mean, I had dudes tight over me winning $50 or $100 and they was ready to pop off. So I already know. Like, I already know, you walking in there suited up, feeling good. You know what I mean? I'm going to make me a couple of bands, you know what I'm saying? And somebody is killing you on the poker table and you down to zero after losing six figures? Yeah, somebody snitching. Somebody snitching, yo. Yo, so I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think somebody in the crew snitched? Do y'all think it was somebody from another country? Was it ex-NBA stars? Because y'all know his history with a lot of NBA stars of him just pissing people off, right? I want y'all to let me know in the comments. Don't hold back. I really need to know because I think these are one of those things where you burn so many bridges. You got to really have a really close circle of trust at the end of the day when you're running these type of things. And I'm not advocating for it, but you got to realize when you are moving up in the podcast world, right? He has his podcast, shout out to him. When you have a history and a track record of just great success in the NBA, but also that other side where you've been in trouble quite a few times, you got to kind of, pick and choose your battles, right? So I'm very, very curious how this pans out for Gilbert. I hope it works out in his favor. But again, at the end of the day, this seems to be a day and an age of accountability. Everybody's being held accountable. Let me know in the comments. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And I'm out.